Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever you're watching, whatever time you're watching this video at. Welcome back to the shop. The last episode, we got the rear center pedestal complete. On this episode, we need to figure out a good way of mounting the throttle. I've thought about this. I thought about different ways of doing it, and I think ultimately what I'm going to do is I am going to build a base for the actual throttle, mount it on near recessed right here across the bottom, and then just set the throttle on top and then apply covers to cover everything, all the gaps up. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. That way we can have the throttle sitting there nice and sturdy, and should be good. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell. That way you know every time I go live and or upload another video. And I hope you guys join me for the ride. Alright guys, so here we are taking measurements for me to be able to build the base that I've been talking about to hold the throttle hub. When I had got the measurements, now I'm chopping it up obviously on our table. So do a little bit of sanding and put that bad boy in. Obviously making sure that we have the actual distance correctly here. I went ahead and screwed in some pocket screws. Alright guys, we are on day 2 of this throttle installation here. So I kind of wanted to pause for a second and kind of explain you guys what's going on. So you guys have seen me build the platform. You guys have seen me place my throttle on top. I have 3D printed some clips. I took some measurements, 3D printed some clips that go right here in the throttle and hold this bad boy in place. There's 4 of them that go on each corner, and they're gonna hold it in place. I already have the USB hooked up to it. The other question I've been getting a lot is, CST, are you gonna hook up the parking brake? This right here. Let me show you guys. CST, how you're hooking up the parking brake to the throttle, because the SATA cable that comes with the actual sorry about the camera shaking here, but the SATA cable that comes with the WinWing is way too short. It's never gonna reach, right? Let me take this panel off for right now. It's never gonna reach, right? Obviously, it's way too short. All this is a SATA cable, guys. You can go to Best Buy, you can go to Walmart, you can go anywhere. You can go on Amazon and pick yourself up a longer SATA cable with a 90-degree on one side and a straight angle on the other. 90-degree angle and straight on this side, right? Now, I've built numerous PCs in my in the past, and I have lots of this set of cables laying around. I mean, a bunch. And look how long this one is. So this is plenty long enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect the straight edge to the parking brake, just like so. Boom. That's done right there. And then we are going to connect the right angle to the bottom of our WinWing, just like that. And that's it. We are done, fellas. We have ourselves a long SATA cable that enables us to hook up our throttle to our parking brake, because remember, we had to offset this way back here, right, in my center pedestal. So for those of you that are wondering, like I said, it's very simple. Get yourself a longer SATA cable. It's not that complicated. Like I said, the one that comes with it is very short because it's not intended for it to be mounted on a custom center pedestal such as this. The other question I get a lot is, how did you get your speed brake and your flap lever hooked up to your parking brake, because it's offset now and those cables are too short? Well, guys, like I said, I just extended the cables themselves, soldering iron, and just extended the cables, made the cables longer. That's it. The reason why we didn't finish this yesterday is because I had to paint some panels and stuff like that, so I had to allow those things to dry. Now they're dry, so we're gonna go ahead and continue with the build here and finish installing this throttle here on our center pedestal. So let's do it. Then we moved on to installing those clips that I just got done mentioning, one on each corner to hold down the throttle. I also went back and reinstalled the screws on the parking brake panel because I was done connecting the SATA cable, and I did so with the blank off plate as well. After the blank off plates for the throttle quadrant itself got done drying from me painting them, I went ahead and drilled the holes on the rails and proceeded to installing those bad boys with screws in the same fashion that we installed every other panels and blank offs and all that good nonsense. I then move on to installing the dummy trim wheels. These are not functional, they're just for looks. I just think that they add a bit of a level of realism, if you know what I mean. Even though they're not functional, it just makes everything come together. The same can be said for the footrest at the very back of the center pedestal. Those are the footrests for the jump seat, the jump seater, I guess you would call it. That's where he would put his feet up if he needs to put his feet up there for whatever reason. Here I'm drilling the holes for the blank off plates for the left and right side of the center pedestal where your radios and your TCAS panel will go and all that good stuff that we still do not have. So unfortunately WinWing has not released those yet. Once they get released, those blank off plates can go ahead and come off, and the radio panels and TCAS panels and all that good stuff, you know, the radar panels, all that stuff can drop in nice and easy. Well, guys, I don't know if you all can tell, but I am sweaty. It's hot, it's muggy outside. I got the garage door open and the AC is not yet installed in there, so it is still hot. Hopefully we'll get the AC situated here soon before we actually start firing the system up, but we are getting very, very, very close. Now, obviously, as you guys saw in the video, we went ahead and installed blank off plates here for where the radios and everything go. Radio, TCAS panels and all that good nonsense, because we do not yet have any radio panels. I know that initially I said I was going to put a radio panel, the Logitech one or the WingFlex one here in the middle. However, because of where I want the throttle to be positioned, that's not going to work out in our favor. So plus it was going to be too close to the speed brake and flap lever, so I decided to do it a different way, which we do have a little piece of exciting news. We finally have an overhead panel identified, and it is on the way. If you guys care to see which one it is, you're gonna need to stick around until the that episode comes through here, but we should have one shortly here in about a week or so, maybe even less. So fingers crossed that gets here with no issues, and we are able to do the very last step here, actually, the overhead panel. And speaking of the overhead panel, that is where I'm going to temporarily put my Logitech radio. The Logitech that I have with either MobiFlight or Spat.next is going to give us the ability of tuning frequencies and setting TCAS and all that good nonsense. So the radio is going to go where the overhead panel is, because it is not a full overhead panel, it's actually a large one that's going to be up above us right here, and then either in the front of the overhead panel, right below the where the lights are, where the light panel is, or above the fire test lights and switches, we're going to put our radio panel. So if we need to switch radio frequency or set a TCAS or set a transponder frequency, all we need to do is just reach up, tune it, and do it that route. So temporarily it's going to be up there until WinWing releases their TCAS and the RMP radios. Once those are out, we'll be able to integrate those easily. As you can see here on the right side, we still do not have our second WinWing MCU yet. That should be coming soon, hopefully. For the time being, we have a filler in there, but everything is in there. I have not screwed in. The only thing that's not screwed in and secured is the MCDUs, and that's because I got to do some wiring underneath. The throttle is already all hooked up. The USB cable is routed through the front. It's hooked up to my flaps, parking brake, and everything else. So everything is functional here. It's secured into place. It's rock solid. We do have a dummy trim wheel for right now, until again we find a solution to actually have a working trim wheel. But until then, at least I wanted it to look somewhat realistic. So I went ahead and printed myself out a dummy trim wheel, installed it on there so that it looks legit. It is temporary. It's just 3M'd in there. So if I need to pull it off, all I gotta do is just yank it out of there. It's 3M'd to the side of the actual throttle. So no big deal there. We got some double-sided tape there. I also went ahead and installed our footrest for the jump seat. What can I say? We're getting closer and closer and closer to being able to test this thing out. I'm getting so antsy right now. The only reason why I haven't hooked this thing up yet and tried it out is because I don't have an AC unit in there, and it still gets hot here in the Southwest, or Midwest, I guess you would call it. I consider it more like South. I don't know why they call it Midwest, but anyways, we are in the Midwest, and it still gets hot here. Here in the next few days, it's supposed to get a little cooler, so we might be able to work something out to where we can hook everything up and test all the system out and do our functional check flight and all that good nonsense. But until then, guys, you're gonna need to be patient just as much as I am. Trust me, I am. If you guys are excited to see this thing run on the channel, I'll let you think about what my feelings are at this point of the build. Pedals, we do have pedals. Another set of pedals just came in today, so our next video, actually, we might be working on that until the overhead panel gets here. We also need to work out the structure to be able to mount the overhead panel, so that's gonna be coming up soon as well. Once we get done finalizing all these little projects, literally the only thing, I think, pedals, overhead panel, and guys, that's really about it. Wiring everything up and send it. So we got pedals, overhead panel, radio, and we are ready to fly, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe that's where we are right now. We are literally almost ready to fly this thing. The other thing that we are working on, and like I said, that's not an emergency, but the tray tables need to go in there as well. I do have the tray table printed out and ready to go. Thank you to Mr. Dave, salute to you, buddy, for helping out immensely with 3D printing stuff, man. that you don't even know how much that helped me out. Just having a buddy with a 3D printer, you know, knocking stuff out and printing stuff out, man. So Mr. Dave, if you're listening, if you're there, I do truly appreciate your help, man, because without you, I'll still be printing stuff out. Shout out to WinWing for sending us this stuff out. They did send out the throttle. The throttle feels absolutely amazing. I can't wait to actually test this thing out. The throttle, the flaps, the parking brake. So WinWing, you, shout out to you. Thank you for kind of sponsoring the project with us here today. And again, we're still waiting on the second MCDU. Once that's coming, this center portion will be done. And then again, we'll be waiting for those radios. Can't wait for the radios and the TCAS panel that WinWing's coming out with. Those will go in there and that will fit like a glove. But like I said, for right now, we do have everything capped off here. Like I said, I'm very proud of what I'm at right now. Not because it's perfect, right? There's nothing perfect about this. There's little things here and there that I know about that you might not see just by looking at it through the screen here. That it's definitely not perfect, but I built it. It's something I did, and because I did it, it just has that much more value to it, right? Rather than just going out on the website, you know, Scholarchy or Simon Solutions. There's many websites out there where you can just go and spend you know, a bunch of money and just buy it, have it shipped, plug it in and go, right? That's a different story. Yes, I mean, if you got the money, that's probably cool, but at the same time, this is something I built with my hands, and nobody can ever take that away from me. So having that accomplishment, and once it is working and everything is the way it's supposed to, I don't want to raise my flag too soon and celebrate, because we haven't tested anything out yet. But I have. There's no reason why I should be running into any issues when it comes to actually running the sim. So hopefully everything goes out without a hitch, and we can do some flights here for this world flight coming up. And then next year is going to be our first full blown out world flight event with the team. Hopefully as many people as we can get down here to go ahead and do the world flight next year. I think it's going to be very, very cool. Guys, thank you all so much. Again, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I think we are at 6,600 subscribers or something like that. We are almost at 7,000. So if you could, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. That way you know every time I go live and or upload a video that has to do with this cockpit build or any reviews or anything else that I do in the channel. And comment, guys. Please drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be sure to answer them to the best of my ability. If you're a returning subscriber and or a member of the channel, thank you so much. Without you on this channel, I would not be able to do what I do. And I truly do appreciate you guys' support, man. Thank you for the current subscribers and members of the channel. You guys are freaking amazing, and I salute you all, man. Thank you guys so much. That is really all I got for right now, guys. I'll leave you with a B-roll of everything that's going on here. And until next time, as I always say, I salute you all. Please continue to stay safe, have fun, and as always, peace out, guys.